Okay, this video is my very first YouTube video and my very first video about making a custom Swiss Army knife. Alright, as you can see here, I'm attempting to make what I'm going to call a custom Wenger Campfire Chef, which is a mod based on tools from a Wenger Tradesman and a Wenger Backpacker. I haven't seen a lot of videos dealing with Wenger knives, making mods with them, but I am really interested in it because I like the smaller size knife, particularly for backpacking. So what I have here is this is the Wenger Tradesman, and from it I am going to take all of these cool items. Mainly, I needed it for the pliers. And then from the backpacker, I'm going to take these items and the corkscrew. Okay, so this is going to be, oh, and a side. So this is going to be my layout for what I'm calling a custom camp chef. And I want it to have the saw, which is really good for cutting up little things when you're camping. I want the pliers because often if you're doing backpacking or tinkering in a campfire, you need something to pick up something out of the fire. And while a Leatherman or a Gerber dime or many of those other things work fairly well for that basic part, really I only want those things when I'm out and about for just the pliers. And this lets me incorporate other tools that I want in a size set that I like. Then of course we have the blade, and I'm switching out the screwdriver from the Tradesman for the corkscrew because I live in wine country in California and I always need a good corkscrew. Lastly, I have a project in place to take this blade, which is really good to have, but as you notice here, I don't have a bottle opener or a can opener. And so what I want to do is switch out this blade for a combo tool. Now, I did get a Bantam and take out the combo tool from that, which is from Victorinox, not Wenger. And interesting thing to note is that the hole size is a little bit smaller on this than it is on all the Wenger tools. So I could drill this out, or I just ordered on eBay a Wenger Entree, which is essentially the same as the Victorinox Wader. And I should get that soon enough so I could put that in place of this and then save this for some other Victorinox-based project instead of mixing and matching all the parts, which was my original plan. Lastly, probably for a different little video, I want to attempt to create a custom combo tool out of your original bottle opener or can opener. And as you can see, these guys have already had a little bit of work done on them. This one I took and I thinned down a lot to get it to the right thickness, or just about the right thickness. It was a lot of filing, and some of my oscillating little sanding tool worked pretty well to get it to the thickness to be able to fit in here. Would work without the spacer. But one of the unique things about the Wenger one is that it requires this little notch here in the back, and that when put with appropriate back spring will lock into place just like this, and that provokes a lock on it. But it also makes it really difficult then to use, say, with the standard knife blade back spring, because then it doesn't really work. So what I decided to do instead was start working on this one. Now, something I noticed, at least with some of the Wenger can openers, is that they're not exactly all the same size. This is the one here from the backpacker that I got, and as you'll see, it's a little bit smaller. So depending on the size that you have, if you're going to work on trying to fashion a combo tool out of one of these, you have a little bit more. If it's a big one, you have more room to play with, because what you can do is you can grind this down a little bit more so it lays flat, and then you can thin it, and then you can cut this edge back a little bit so that it fits in there. And then that will rest better on the back spring for the knife. Now, this is in theory. I've kind of tested some of it, but I haven't finished it. And basically, I want this project done before I go on a trip, which is why I'm buying an already existing Wenger combo tool. But those can be really tricky and difficult to find. So I plan to make a video specifically about adjusting the combo tool, because frankly, I really don't find that these tools are super useful right now. If you do a lot of planning ahead, I almost never need a can opener. A lot has changed since these tools were originally created back when Swiss Army knives were in existence, as like the main and the only thing. Now, if you don't need to use a can, you can probably get away with it, especially for short trips. And now that we have so many other kinds of bits and heads, including Torx heads and Phillips, I sometimes find the flathead to be not that useful. But what I can't get away from needing is a good old-fashioned bottle opener. It just works so well. So I definitely need to have one of those in my custom chef layout. So this video might look a little bit sloppy because I'm just doing it all on my phone here. And I don't know how to edit one of these things yet. But I wanted to make one just because so many amazing people are making videos out there and doing really cool things with custom knife mods, and I wanted to get something started to be able to kind of join that community. So for all those people who are making super awesome stuff, thank you. It's so great to learn from you guys, and I've got a lot of other thoughts that I want to share, but I'm not sure really how to do that while I'm holding my phone in one hand and not make it super shaky. So I'm just going to end this one now and maybe start another one in just a bit. Okay.